Yo! All right. It's gonna be hard with one hand. All right. All right. The old beast, that's for the rival MT10. There we go, and a white one for the other MT10. And now, and there we go. The charger. And that's for the Tekno. Yeah, these look amazing though. I am very impressed so far. These are going to last much longer. And that's a double. That's 2 layers of Lexan glued together. Still broke after a couple months. Oh, that's so great. That is perfect. I will really miss having the 8.6 body. This is my shit right here. But I have a plan for this. It'll be funny. Let's get this all set up. Original plan was to use these little light bezels. You know, I figured this body would be too thick to have the lights on the inside. But because this body is fairly translucent, what I'm gonna try doing is just taping an LED in there rather than cutting holes in it, because these will definitely get destroyed pretty quickly. And then I've got to put on all the stickers and stuff. But first, just need to get these body posts lined up. There's a few different ways to do the body posts. One way, if you have thick, fairly thick duct tape, or even better is that kind of squishy foam tape, put that on here and then push that down on the body posts, and it'll make little indents in the tape that we can use to mount them. So we'll try that. The other thing you can do is take off the body post piece and use that as a template. Try to do this with one hand. You can see it's all nice and smooth. Take that, lined up how we want it on here. Make sure it's centered. Just push it down. I don't know if this is gonna work with one hand, but yeah, so now you can see pretty clearly little dimples right there and right there. That would be where you want to do your holes. And then on the back, do the same thing. Another way to help line these up, measure the pin width. Use that to double check where you're at on here. All right, so we drilled some pilot holes here that seem like they're set up. This is a little thick for a reamer. You can use that to mark, but then started off with a smaller bit, 1/8 inch, and then I got a step bit to push them out for the rest of the way. It's pretty straight. You want to make sure you don't get them off center. It fits just barely. New hole in the pin because the body is so thick. Good to go. And just use the step and go really slow, because you want these holes to just barely be bigger than the pins. So we did the same thing on the back. So now we can just start our holes there, and it works pretty well. All right, perfect. That drops right on, pops right in. Same with the other cars. I put this high density foam on here to help support the body, and on the Tekno to actually protect the body posts. I think that'll be even more important with this body. So rather than having it supported just on those 2 posts, it's got this whole piece here. One out of 3 down. All right, so here's what I'm gonna try. Instead of going for it being super strong, I'm just gonna go for the very most minimal approach. I'm gonna put a little more tape on here, but basically just wrapped a tube around the LED and then cut some slices in it and then use that to stick it in there. And then the LEDs are facing outwards. And when it's on, you don't see any of the tape or anything because it's shining straight out. Instead of going for lots of glue and reinforcing and whatever, we'll just make it super light, super minimal, and maybe that will work better. We'll see. Okay, got them all set up. That actually works out pretty well. And when it's not being backlit, it actually works pretty decently. Back. So, yeah, not quite perfect, but got lights. Real trick will be to see how these hold up over time, because it's kind of a flimsy setup, but we'll see. Maybe it'll work. It was easy to do anyways. Gotta have those lights, makes it so much cooler. So now that we got these giant wheels on here, might need to actually trim this body a bit. You can go do a little test and just drive it around a little bit and see. I might be able to just leave it. I'd rather if I could, but Let's go see it in action. Oh yeah, looks good. Okay, I have the turning limited so much that it doesn't really touch. That's good. Oh, it's so fun with these wheels. Maybe I'll just leave it for now. It's not really causing any problems. It's good. Looks good. The lights look good. It all looks good. Alright, well that test was pretty successful. I don't think I'm actually going to even trim anything out. It wasn't really seeming to cause any troubles. It just sort of rubbed a little bit now and then. Tires seem fine, so good to go. So let's see what the weight difference, if there is, with this body. Put the battery in there. Just under 15 now with those wheels. It's crazy. It's 12.5 with the other ones. No, it's basically the same. Whatever that is, 1/4 of a kilogram. Basher, basically the same weight. That's interesting. But I had to make it match the Tofu style, so I put these stripes on there. So now we got the Panda Slab charger.
Panda Slab charger, Tofu Slab charger.
Tofu Slab, Mega Tofu Slab, Mega Tofu Slab, Mega Tofu Slab, Mega Donkey Tofu Slab, Mega Donkey Tofu Slab, Mega Donkey Tofu Slab.
Donkey Slab.